Now we're going to do Assignment 8, page 60, Depreciation Schedule. And you will find it in the Chapter 2 data folder. So the top of the page says create a new spreadsheet workbook, but I've already done that for you. And we will be entering functions in the shaded cells to complete the spreadsheet. So question 1 says calculate depreciation for each asset. So let's do it for the company car for year 1 depreciation first. And I do intend to copy formulas down, so I will need absolute cell references when I'm doing this. And as always, the easiest way to use a function is to use the FX button and to find it. So DB is the description, and we click Go. And when we see it in the list, we highlight it and we click OK. So our fields are cost, salvage, life, and period. We don't have to worry about month. And we're in the column for the company car. So the cost is the purchase price of the car, which is B4. And I want dollar signs on that. The salvage is what we're calling disposal value, and it's in B5. And yes, I do want dollar signs to make it an absolute cell reference. The life of the company car is in B6, and I do want dollar signs to make it an absolute cell reference. And the period is the year we're doing the depreciation for, and we're on the row year 1, so we want to do year 1. So we put a 1 in for period, and we say OK. Now, the hint in the book is a little bit confused because what he should have said is that the function for year 1 can be copied down to years 2 to 5 using fill down if you use absolute cell references, and you will need to manually change the year numbers. So I have the formula done for B8, and I'm going to get my little fill handle and pull it down to year 5. But this isn't correct because we did our original formula for year 1. So this is still saying year 1, and this is saying year 1, and this is saying year 1, and this is saying year 1. So I need to go into the year 2 depreciation, click the FX button so that I'm seeing my fields again, and change period 1 to period 2 because I'm in year 2. Click on the year 3 depreciation, click FX, change the period to 3 because I'm in year 3. Click on the depreciation for year 4, click the FX button and change the period to 4. And click on the year 5 depreciation, click FX and change the period to year 5. And we see what we expect to see with declining balance depreciation, that in the early years it's losing a lot of money each year, and in later years it's losing less money each year. Now I'm going to do the exact same idea for machinery, and this time we're going to be able to fill down for 8 years because the lifetime on this is 8 years. So again, click FX to get the DB function. If I didn't see it in the list, I would type it in here and click Go. But I actually see it in the list, so I can just straight away select it and go OK. In this case, my cost is in C4, and I do want absolute cell references. The salvage is in C5 with the dollar signs on it. The life is in C6 with the dollar signs on it. And at the moment I'm in period 1, so I want to put a 1 in there. Again, I'm going to copy it down for all 8 years this time and go into each individual year and change the period number to correspond to the year I'm doing. So in year 2, I change the period number to 2. In year 3, I change it to 3, and so on down the way. And again, it is as you expect. The item is losing lots of money in the first few years, and in the later years, it's not really losing that much. I'm going to do the same for computer. I'm going to click into D8. I'll click the FX button to find my DB function. In cost, it's D4. Let's make it absolute. Salvage is D5, make it absolute. Life is D6, make it absolute. Period is 1 because I'm on the year 1 depreciation row. I'm going to copy that down for a total of 4 years. I need to change the year number for year 2 depreciation from a 1 to a 2. I can use the FX button to do that, or I can just go straight into this formula and get rid of the 1 at the end and make it a 2. Do the same for year 3. Do the same for year 4. And then go through the whole process again for the truck. So click into E8, click FX, click DB. The cost is in E4 and I want it to be absolute. The salvage is in E5, so I want that to be absolute. The life is in E6, I want that to be absolute. I'm in period 1 because I'm in the year 1 depreciation row. Copy that down for 6 years in total and change my year numbers to correspond with the year that I'm in. That's all the functions done. The rest is mostly formatting. Question 2. Format all money amounts to currency. These are money amounts. These are money amounts. 3. Center the heading in row 1 across columns A to E. So A1 to E1 is highlighted and we click Merge and Center. Number 4 says format headings to bold and center the data as shown. So you need to look at the textbook to see what is shown. The main heading is in bold. The column headings are in bold. These side headings are in bold. And what is centered is B, C, D, and E. So just ensure that they are centered. Number 5, change the purchase price of the computer to €600. So that means click into D4, delete what's there and type in 600. And when you have that done, year 1 depreciation is now 95.40. Year 2 is now 80.23. Year 3 is now 67.47. And year 4 is now 56.75. So the last task is question 6 to save the spreadsheet as depreciation schedule. So you will save that back into your chapter 2 data under this new name of depreciation schedule. And that's the end of this video.